You are listening to the Icehouse podcast, hosting conversations with gritty Kiwi business owners and leaders and industry-leading minds.
Hi everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Icehouse podcast. And today we are chatting with one of the amazing Icehouse team. Big fan of Rachael Wallis. She is the customer growth partner here at the Icehouse for the Hawke's Bay of Plenty, Wellington and Manawatū regions. And she's based in the beautiful Hawke's Bay and a big fan of all the business owners and leaders in those regions, obviously. And it's great to have her part of the team. So thanks heaps, Rachael, for being on the podcast today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Bryar.
No worries. Cool. We like to start with some quick fire questions just to get warmed up. So the first one, nice and easy. What is your coffee order?
Flat white, 2 sugars.
Nice. What is one book you recommend people should read?
I can't pin it down to one book. I'm a huge reader, so I can read a book a week, more fiction than anything else. But if anything, I'd recommend just reading. Pick up a book and give it a go. Yeah.
Great call. I did not know that about you. You could do one book a week. That is so impressive.
Yeah. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, nice. That's really cool. I'm more like one book a year over the summertime, so I'm quite inspired by that. Favorite place in the world?
There's probably 2. Very close. Seville would be one, and then New York would be the second. Yeah,
100%. When you're not working, how would you like to spend your time? What are your hobbies?
Mostly spending time with family and friends. That they're a big key driver on the weekends or time out. Beach book and a glass of good wine would be nice. Yeah.
Oh, speaking my language, love it. What was your first ever job?
That's a paper run, if we want to go back that far.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
My parents were of the old school where they would buy us what we needed, what we wanted, we had to earn money for. So a paper run was it, because I wanted a pair of Levi's and they weren't on the need list. They were a want.
That's awesome. You're like, I need those Levi's, so we're doing the paper round. Good on you.
You got it.
That's awesome. I'd love if you could walk us through your career to date and what you did before working at the Icehouse.
Sure. I mean, I probably won't go back to the starting point, but
Nice.
it was an office junior role, which you probably wouldn't get these days because you were making cups of tea for the senior leaders. Prior to the Icehouse, there's a couple of roles that really link into what I do and how I do it. And one of them was a business development manager for about 17 years, training in business development. And that was great, really good. It's all about client relationships and looking after the clients to provide them with the best solution for their needs, which was good. And then recently, prior to the Icehouse, is a regional business partner network. So I was a business growth advisor here in the Hawke's Bay, based out of the Hawke's Bay Chamber of Commerce, and provided support for the local businesses. That was huge because COVID came along and hit us in the butt, and RBP had the COVID funding to allocate. So it was pretty full on couple of years, but it was great, lots of learnings. And again, it's client relationship, looking after them, managing, working out what the best solutions are, adding value to the small business owner. Yeah.
That is so aligned with what we do. Like, we even work with the regional business partner network. And obviously that passion for, SMEs and business owners and local leaders shines through in both of those big roles. So very cool. I love hearing that. How did the opportunity come about to work for the Icehouse, and what made you go, this is a bit of me?
Good story, actually. Michaela, who is the Hawke's Bay regional lead here and with us, and she knew that I was looking for different opportunities and seeing what was out there. As you know, I worked with her on the other side with RBP, which was great. She texted me at 7:30 on a Saturday morning and said, "Hey, we've got this role available at the Icehouse. Got you all over it." And I thought for her to text me on a Saturday morning, I best look into it. So within half an hour, I looked at the role and said, "That's definitely a bit of me. I'm going to throw my name forward, see what happens." Yeah.
That is very cool. I like that. She obviously was like, yes, I can see this and I can see you working well with the team.
Yeah.
Love that. So people can get an understanding of your role. What does a day in the life of a customer growth partner, or we call them, CGPs, what does it look like?
It's so different every day. It really depends on where you are. And that's what I love about it. There's no 2 days that are the same. There's a lot of connecting with our current alumni, our businesses that we're working with, new prospects. I could be having Zooms and Teams meetings throughout the day. I could be on the phone constantly, or I could be on the road and actually be out there visiting and meeting people. So that's the exciting part. It's never the same. It's really cool. Yeah.
Very cool. And from that, what is your favorite part of the role that you do?
People. It's the people, and it's the Icehouse community that has been around for so long. It's amazing, and it's talking to new people. It's meeting the alumni and seeing how far they've grown when they've worked with us over a period of time. Then it's talking to new people, like a new guy this morning that I spoke to and had a Zoom with, and he's been referred by 3 different alumni that he really needs to get on board with us, and just hearing those things. Yeah, it's definitely the connections. I love people. I'm a people person. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you are. That's awesome. On the other side, what is a challenging part of what you do?
Sometimes the challenge can be working remotely as well for me individually. The connection with the team is really important, and we've got such a great team at the Icehouse, which is and so supportive, which is fantastic. It's ensuring that you have that connection with your team members as well.
Yeah.
The challenges on a client side of things is just really trying to listen to what they need. It might not be here and now that they need the Icehouse, but I think it's the way in which that we can manage that relationship that, as I say, they might not need us now, but in 3 years' time, they're going to remember how we treated them and they're going to come back. And and it can be a challenge. The small business owner has a lot of challenges at the moment, uncertainties, but at the same time, no matter what industry they're in, they all have similar ilk in what those issues are. Yeah.
So true. Yeah. I can imagine a challenge would be, chatting to a business owner that that we could really support them and help them. But then it's like either, it's not the right timing, like you said, or finances, or whatever one of the hesitations or reasons why. And you're like, oh, and there must be a lot of sort of push and pull in that and challenge in that. But yeah, all in good time. We hope to see them come through the Icehouse community. That's for sure.
And I think they will. And I think that's one of the keys to what we do as CGPs is how we actually manage that and treat them now as to having that long-term relationship with them in the future. I think, it's a biggie.
Yeah, that's massive. I love to hear that. Being in the role for a year now, which is pretty cool. Congratulations. What has been your biggest learning so far?
Biggest learning, that everyone is different but the same in a small business owner. I think that you hear such a similar situation or stories from them. They're too busy, they don't have enough time, they're working in it, not on it. It's not the right time for us, we've got this going on, finances, so forth and so on. But when you actually dig a little bit deeper, they're all the same. But it's just ensuring that we actually listen and hear what they're saying to be able to support them with what their needs are. That's really the key. And I think that's across functions of what I've done in my past career as well. It doesn't really matter how we do it. It's actually ensuring that we support them for the long term. It's just not the here and now and throwing a solution at them. It's finding the best fit.
I love that so much, that you're so long-term focused, like driven by the long-term relationship. And I think that really highlights that you are driven by the individual and wanting the genuine best for them, because, it's so easy to go, hey, jump on this, yes, sure, it will help you here now, but being real with the fact that, hey, it may also help you more in a couple of years' time, or it's okay if you're not after it now. Let's foster this relationship and keep in touch. And I think that's really special. That's cool. You live in the Hawke's Bay, which is such a beautiful, beautiful spot. I love being there a few weeks ago. What's your favourite thing about being based in the Hawke's Bay?
First and foremost, my family's here, so that's pretty important to me, and I'm really lucky to have them around me. The thing I love about Hawke's Bay is we are so central to everywhere. We are, close to get to the big cities if we need to. We've got some beautiful beaches, the vineyards. The weather, when it's conducive, hasn't really been that great this year. There's so much going on here. There's so many events. The opportunities are here. It's really what you want out of it, and you can pick and choose. That's great. Yeah,
that is very, very cool. And just a resilient bunch down there too, just with everything you guys have been through with the cyclone and the flooding, and just some incredible business owners and leaders in the Hawke's Bay, that's for sure.
There's just so many stories that you hear and still hear at the moment, even after this period of time after Cyclone Gabrielle. It's amazing to hear it, and the support and resilience and what's around is fantastic. It's going to take a long time, though, for recovery here in Hawke's Bay. I also believe that we will get there, but the landscape has changed considerably. I am a Hawke's Bay girl. And coming home and even seeing things, it's changed. It's changed completely. But, with support and hopefully the government funding that's been announced in the past week, that's really going to help as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good perspective. What are some of those common challenges that you see business owners and leaders facing at the moment?
There's probably a few. I think there's the economic uncertainty of where things are going. It's also election year that always puts a different spin on things as well. It's changing. A lot of the businesses, there's still a lot of growth and a lot of opportunity for them as well. I don't hear negativity. What I do hear is the same old, we're too busy, we're stuck in it, or it's a family business, succession planning, where are we going from here? Yeah, those are probably some of the biggest things at the present time, but those can also be overcome, and if they're talking about them, they're looking for different ways to actually achieve and move forward.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, for sure. What excites you about the rest of this year when you think about the year ahead?
The year ahead, it started last week with actually getting on the road again and getting out to my regions. That's what excites me. We had a fantastic alumni event in Bay of Plenty last week. Then I had some really good connections in Wellington. That's the part that excites me. I mean, it's been a bit of a stop-start beginning for 2023 here in Hawke's Bay. So getting out there is a big key. There's lots going on, which for me is exciting. Yeah. And conference next week. That's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. 200 alumni in a room. Can't beat it. It's going to be good.
It's going to be great. My first conference, so yay.
Yay, that's cool. I can't wait. I would like to finish this awesome conversation with just a way that people can get in touch with you. So how can Hawke's Bay, Bay of Plenty, Wellington and Manawatū based owners and leaders get in touch with you if they want to chat about any future programs or connecting in with the Icehouse?
It's easy. You can go old school and pick up the phone. I'll answer it. If I don't answer it, leave me a message. I'll actually respond, which is great. So my number is on our website, 021 221 1135, or email me. I'm here. I will get in contact. There's so many ways in which that you can reach out to me, just even for a chat. As I say, if it's not for now, in the future, it's all good. And if you're from the younger generation, not like me, text me if you like to.
That's so cool. Well, I'll definitely make sure I put it in the wording, the coffee around this podcast, just how people can get in touch with you, Rachael. Love that you mentioned that passion for, the genuine passion for the long-term journey of business owners and leaders. I thought that was really cool to highlight, and we love having you part of the team. So thanks so much for jumping on the podcast and sharing a bit more about your story.
Sounds great. Thanks so much, Bryar. Love your work.